Hello, and welcome to another installation of the UIC Urban Health Program Hotline Show. Please remember that this is a live call-in show, so call us. The number is right there at the bottom of our screen at 312-738-1060. Today, I'll introduce myself. My name is Tari Strickland, and I have been the host on our show before, and we have a lovely guest, Princess Currence, from the UIC College of Medicine. She is actually the director of the urban health program there, and she's going to share with us all the great information about how to get into the College of Medicine, maybe some great tips that she may have for you students out there. And remember, student just isn't the traditional, we're thinking the 18-year-olds, the high school kids. We're lifelong learners. So if any of you guys are thinking about going back to school, this is the show for you. Please give us a call because we need to see more doctors like you guys out there.
That's right. Our average age for the College of Medicine is 24. So we have students who are 19 to 52 who are in the College of Medicine. So it's never too late or too early in some cases to be a student at the College of Medicine.
Oh, that's great. That's so great for our listeners and viewers to hear and see because of that tip. Hey, it doesn't matter what age you are. And a lot of our students that we're here is a lot of the students that I work with advising, they feel as if they're 21, they're graduating, and I need to go to the College of Medicine. Is that just the trend to see that everyone is graduating, undergraduate, and going straight into graduate school?
Our College of Medicine is kind of unique because we have, like I said, an average age about 24, which is a little bit older than the national average.
Okay.
And what we want to see is someone who knows what they want to do. We want someone who is committed, who is dedicated, who finds out what they want, and then we're going to help them get there. So regardless of what age, that's why it doesn't matter what age you come to us for the College of Medicine. As long as you're prepared and that you're willing to learn and you're open to lifelong learning. At the College of Medicine, we really are emphasis on community impact, clinical, community-based research. We're really interested in engaging with the community. We are about 1 out of 6 physicians in the Illinois are graduates of our College of Medicine. So we have an investment in making sure our constituency, which is the state of Illinois and beyond in the global sense, are healthy. And so with that, you're able to train with people who are like you and unlike you in the College of Medicine. It's really exciting about that. We are the most diverse College of Medicine in the country. We have the highest African American, Native American, and Latino, second to only to HBCUs in the College of Medicine.
Oh, wow,
and we are the largest College of Medicine in the country. So I think, not to be tooting our own little horn here, I'm biased because we're College of Medicine, but we are the only College of Medicine that we really train you how to work with the underserved in so many different settings. Being urban, being rural, being global, we have those defined tracks for you, but we also, regardless of what type of curriculum that you're on, you get a well-rounded training. We have 4 training sites, so one in Chicago, one in Urbana, one in Rockford, one in Peoria.
Okay.
And so you're able to get a diversity of training, but also a diversity of training settings in the College of Medicine.
That is good to know. I don't even think, working at the university, that we actually had all these accolades of being huger than the HBCUs.
Yeah, we're only second to them.
Wow.
So right now we have, I think that we have the highest enrollment of African American, Latino Americans, so often known as URMs, that we've ever had in history of the urban health program. Our incoming class, 30% of our incoming class are URM. 30%. We normally have about 22% on average, which still is very competitive on national average, but this year we had 30% of our class being URM. We have not just ethnic and racial minority students in our class being diverse, but diversity across the board, with religion and geographic diversity. We have students from across the country, of course, come. Majority of our population are in-state students because we're public institutions. About 80% of our students are in-state, but 20% of them are out of state.
And that's good to know because, as you guys know, that our mission is really about bringing in our students in Illinois in order to get them prepared for any of these colleges, especially the College of Medicine. I think as an advisor, everyone comes and asks, how do I get into the College of Medicine?
Right. One key piece when we talk to students from across the country and talk to students who are in high school and coming forward, we want to say, what are you interested in? Some people think, oh, well, I think I need to major in biology to go to medicine.
Yes.
No. oh, I majored in chemistry. No, we're going to reteach you all the sciences when you come to the medical school. Okay? What we want you to be able to know is to find something you love, be dedicated to, and excel at it. Now, mind you, you're going to have to take your foundation courses in the science to be prepared for a medical school, but you don't have to major in that science. We have French majors and philosophy majors and English majors and psychology majors and economic majors who really did well. They found that it's something they loved. They excelled at it. They're dedicated to it. That's a transferable skill. Because if you learned how to learn, who to surround yourself with, how to balance your life with your studies, then you can transfer that skill to medicine with a new something you love. You can be dedicated to and excel at it. And what we do in the urban health program in particular is really kind of create that supportive environment for students. And what we do is help students thrive within the medical school environment rather than just survive. We don't want you to be proficient in the classes. We want you to excel at them. And oftentimes, students of color in particular may not have a legacy of support. They may not have a legacy financially either. And they also may not have, they oftentimes are the leaders in their family. And so what we do, when you come to medical school, you're basically taking that leadership out of that family.
Correct.
That student is still connected to that family. And so what we do is help students balance that, balance that responsibility. We also provide scholarship opportunities for students to navigate the system. Students who come to the College of Medicine, like all of you out there, are brilliant. All you need is the access and opportunity. And so what we do is accommodation and then have that champion to help you continue.
I like to have a champion. I think that we're such a good support system for our students once they're here.
Definitely.
A lot of our callers are in the, I'm trying to prepare. You mentioned all about your passion. Do something that you love. Can you give us maybe 3 things that our listeners and callers can think about? Maybe 3 things that to prepare for your College of Medicine application, you need to do what?
One, you find out who your personal champion is, who's going to write you the letter of recommendation. So what you do, you need 2 things that you need to primarily do. First, sit down and write down the extracurricular activities that you're currently participating in. It also depends on what time frame you're talking about. So for a freshman,
thank you.
The first thing you should do for a freshman is say, okay, what am I interested in? Okay, and if I'm taking science classes, I need to go to those office hours to that science professor and then maintain that relationship with that science professor, because by the time it gets to your 3rd year, you want to use that person as your reference. So you may have only taken 1 class your freshman year, but you had an opportunity to build a relationship with that professor over a series of years. Okay, so your first year, you're trying to figure out how do I build community. So you're finding out who can I have as mentors, as faculty, or as staff, who can then carry with me for recommendations when I get to my 3rd year. You also want to start strong in your freshman year. So don't take all these science classes and your extracurricular and working and have all these electives. You want to make sure you have a balance. What I suggest to students who are in their freshman year is you really want to mirror your high school schedule. Meaning that you want to have a science, you have a math maybe, you have an English, have a fun class.
Oh, who says that? Because many of our students are looking at, I'm going to take orgo, I'm going to take bio, I'm going to take a chemistry, I'm going to take a history, and I'm going to take a cultural class.
No. Because the reason why you want to do that, because you want to transition yourself. You may have a more intense schedule your 2nd semester of your undergraduate year, but your 1st semester, you want to help transition yourself. Balance, you want to help transition with extracurricular activities. So you want to really think about, how can I get a balanced schedule? Because you want to start strong. It's really hard when you load yourself up with a lot of classes your 1st semester and then do poorly. It's hard to bring a grade up than it is to keep it up. So you want to start high. And then after your freshman year, you also, in your freshman year too, you want to talk to these colleges that you're interested in, the College of Medicine, pharmacy, whatever you're interested in. Go to those professional schools. Express your interest. Connect with them your freshman year. You may not have the classes that are prerequisite to go to enter, but you want to build that relationship so you can continue to advise. But you also, if you're at UIC, want to plug in with you and the undergraduate initiatives arm to make sure you're continuing those things that you learn as the best practices from that professional school. Sophomore year, now you're getting into, okay, I have to choose a major if you haven't chosen a major yet. And you really want to choose a major that complements your skills and also gives you the flexibility to take those science courses that you need as your prerequisite. Okay. Your 3rd year, though. 3rd year now, you know what you're going in. Okay. You've built the relationship over the past 3 years. And what now you have to do is do that list that I was referring to earlier, all the extracurricular activities you participated in while you were an undergraduate, and any that started in high school but continued in undergrad.
Okay, and that's always the question of what exactly are extracurriculars. Many
Okay.
of our students see that as like sports.
It can be sports, it can be research, it can be volunteer activities that you did with your church or your faith-based group, or
Okay.
it can be with your fraternity or sorority. It also can be in others. So say, for instance, that you helped your aunt clean houses for 30 hours a week while you were an undergrad. That is an activity that took time away from you doing your studies. So you write down everything that you participated in.
So that's your definition of extracurricular, is
Extracurric-
anything that takes you away from your studies.
Literally anything outside of the curriculum, literally.
Okay.
Anything outside of studying. Okay.
That's
You
good
write the
advice to
whole
know.
list down. But then what you need to do is go talk to that professional school you're interested in. That is when you go to that school, back to that school that you've been talking to that freshman year. And you say, okay, here's my list of extracurriculars. Here's what I call a mission statement, which is what you want to do. So when you close your eyes and you think, where do I want to be in 8 years after I graduate from medical school or whatever, in fellowship, who am I serving and why am I serving them? That's your mission. You go to them and say, this is what I want to do. Here's what I've been doing. How do I help me package this in my application? Well, we specialize in the College of Medicine Urban Health Program, and my lead person is Yolanda Campbell at the College of Medicine. And she, with our team, our new team, helps you package your application. So helps you do a competitive application. So what is competitive, right? Competitive is being able to convey to the reviewer your motivation. Clearly, not just in your grades or your entrance exams, but also in the things that you did. So
And this is the personal statement that you're talking about, or the entire package?
Entire package. So I said, and how you did. So the AMCAS, which is our primary application for the College of Medicine, it stands for the American Medical Colleges Application Service. And it's a primary application that you apply to the College of Medicine, and that one application is used by every single accredited medical school in the country. Okay. In that AMCAS application has a series of parts: demographic, who are you, your email address, all that stuff. But then it also has a portion that asks for the up to 15 experiences. Those 15 experiences are experiences that are meaningful to your pathway or decision to go into medicine. Okay. There's also a section that's all your science classes, and we want every class that you ever taken, credit or non-credit. Okay.
I'm gonna interrupt you.
Oh, please do.
I want to remind our viewers that this is a live call-in show. So call us at 312-738-1060. And 2, you just mentioned your sciences.
Yes.
Students come to my office every day, tears in their eyes, with the community college question.
Okay.
Is it a horrible thing for me to take my sciences at our local community colleges, whether it is Malcolm X, COD, wherever, and yet not take them at my home school?
It depends. No, it's not a horrible thing, no. It depends on what you're taking, why you're taking, and when you're taking them. Okay. One thing that we have to stress to our students, there is no cookie-cutter answer to that question. It really depends on the student's overall package. What we do at the College of Medicine at UIC is do a holistic review. So it depends on what class these students are taking, and then what were the issues that led to them having to take these classes at a community college.
And you can see that in the application?
Because part of that, the student is telling their story in their essay. So if they have financial reasons that limited them to taking all their classes at the for institution, then you'd be able to see, okay, yeah, I understand why, Joe Blow took those classes at this institution. Or if they were, if they had some issue with how the sciences were taught at their foreign institution, they can make reference to that in their application. For us, the sciences are the sciences, so we count the sciences how they are because that's your science GPA. And if there's always a reason for everything that you have in your application. So what you need to do with that is when you come into your professional school, so for us, you're coming to our office, we'll sit down with you, we'll look at your application, we'll look at your science courses, and we'll tell you your competitiveness. And then there's things you can do to be more competitive or not, and you make a decision.
And the student needs to come to you all's office the sophomore year, the junior year, to have an advisor look over that?
Right. So what we do is, like, for example, your freshman year, you might stop in at the beginning or end of every semester.
Okay.
Okay, just checking in. This is what I'm doing. Got any suggestions? We might refer you to some job shadowing, things like that. And then you're on your way. Sophomore year, I'm trying to make a decision, on what things are going on. I may speak with you in your group about, okay, I'm interested in this. They may take a class as part of our offerings. Third year, you might be seeing us every other month.
Okay. Because
right now, you're filling out your application. So you might be checking in with us bi-monthly.
Okay.
Because now you're doing revisions of your personal essay. We're looking at your personal essay. You're doing mock interviewing, things like that during that third year.
So I'm not waiting for my fourth year, you're saying, to fill out all this information?
You're not. It all depends on how ready you are.
Okay.
The average students may prepare for their application their third year. They may decide to take a year off, so they may apply to medical school their fourth year. Okay. We want you to apply when your application is the most competitive. So we tell students, don't just apply because you're 21 or because you are graduating. You apply when you have the best application. We want to apply when you have the highest probability of succeeding. Mm-hmm. The average applicant to medical schools, like 2/3 of the applicants who apply to College of Medicine are repeat applicants. So if you don't get into the College of Medicine, you reapply, because that means that you are not going to let anything affect your pathway to medicine. What I tell the students is what happens today only affects your next steps, not your end goal, unless you let it. Now, if you don't want to go to medical school, then you just stop right there.
And do something else.
Then you've chosen that medicine wasn't your priority.
Yes. But many of our students, especially at UIC, they all come in, they want to be doctors. Why? Because they want to help people. And
which is good.
It's great.
That's fine.
It's great. Right. But then they do maybe some shadowing or mentoring, and then they realize, I don't want to be a doctor. What did I exactly get myself into?
Exactly.
What can they do prior to senior year?
That's why the freshman year is so important, to connect with these professional schools, to do some job shadowing, to talk to other people in the area that you're interested in at that time, to go to job fairs. Even though that you might not ready to graduate, go to those graduate health fairs when you're a freshman year. Definitely. Go to those resume workshops when you're a freshman year. Go to all those fairs, because then you will know what we're looking for before you need to do it. And you're prepared to kind of navigate your package. You can't wait till your senior year and start to blitz and do all these activities, because what we want is a marathon runner, a marathon thinker. We are not interested in sprinters.
Talk to me about that.
Okay. So a marathon thinker is somebody who's thinking long range. You know, people who are on marathons, right? You see them, they're cool. They know their temperament. They know how much water they need. They know how to pace themselves when they put all the energy in with the layback. Okay.
Exactly.
They know their surroundings and who's around them. They know how to train. It's over a long period of time.
And there is training.
There is training. I'm not saying that sprinters are not disciplined. But you see at the end of a marathon, the sprinter is exhausted. They're huffing and puffing. They're totally spent out. They can't do it any longer because they've been all out all the time. Marathons, they just when it ends, they look winded, but they're cool. Okay, they're okay. They're all right. They can go another round.
Yes.
And so we want somebody who's in it for the long haul. We want lifelong learners. We want marathon thinkers.
Okay. No, that's excellent advice, because it's just, I keep going back to my own students. And so I really wanted to get this information from Princess, because she has worked with not only undergraduate students, but she's worked with them along their pathway, which is great.
Definitely.
So, we actually are just about out of time.
Okay, so my main advice to any students interested in medicine is, one, do not hit the submit button on your application to medical school without coming to talk to us.
Can you repeat that?
Okay, do not hit the submit button on your application to medical school or any professional school in our urban health program, sister programs, without talking to one of us, because what we try to do is really help you package yourself and really bring your best foot forward. So definitely contact us. We get more information. We have a website, and our team will definitely help you along the way.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Princess.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and so for you guys, actually, if you need more information about the Urban Health Program, visit us at the UIC website. with the tag UHealth, or you can call our office at 312-996-7727 to get more information about Urban Health Program in general and also about the College of Medicine. Thank you and have a great evening. We'll see you next week.